Mr. and Mrs. Client, this is what I call my discovery brochure. It's kind of to help me introduce you to the process and show you the full scope of the work that is that we do at AXA. And these are the guidelines of how we do business. First and foremost, we know a lot of the same people. We have a very strict legal and ethical confidentiality policy. Everything that we talk about today is not going to leave these four walls unless you disclose it elsewhere. And the way that we work is we customize strategies for our clients. We don't have a cookie cutter approach. We don't have a set plan for a 35-year-old teacher or a 45-year-old fireman. We're going to figure out what your needs are, your goals, your objectives, and build out your plan specifically for you. Third is compensation. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but there's two ways I can be compensated, through fees or through commissions. Let's just say we were to place a disability policy through MetLife. MetLife is then going to pay me a commission because they'll agree they would have never met you without me. And lastly is referrals. If you feel that I've added some value to you and your spouse today by educating you on some different opportunities, and you know of someone who would benefit from going through this process, please don't hesitate to give me a professional introduction. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Client, this is what we call the paradox of financial success. This is the common approach to investing. Most people, they get a hot stock tip, they invest in a target fund in their 401k, they get Banner term life insurance online, and they just acquire a bunch of stuff, and a bunch of products. And what it does is it creates a portfolio and a strategy that might not really be appropriate for them. It's not the wrong way of investing, it just might not be the most efficient. We try to work from the exact opposite approach. We try to build a bottom-up strategy for investing. We want to sit down with you and, like I said, develop your customized strategy. That way we can build your portfolio and purchase specific products and investments for you to get you to your goals as quickly as humanly possible. And what we're doing today is just a step in a process. It's step one. It's the discovery step. Finding out your needs, your goals, your objectives, and figure out what keeps you up at night about money. Step two is our profile step, where I'm going to take you through a fact finder to gather more information about your financial plan to identify any gaps in your financial strategy. What this will then allow me to do is create what we call your asset map and your financial plan. In order to do that, I'm going to need as accurate information as possible when we go through this. Step three is we're going to try and develop strategies. If I identify any gaps in your financial plan, I'm going to come up with a few potential solutions to fill those gaps. Step four is if you agree with me, we'll implement those solutions. And step five is we'll review them either semi-annually or annually, as often as you like. Now, Mr. Client, before I take you through this fact finder, what is it that you would like to talk about today? Is there any questions that you have about your investing or insurance portfolios at the moment? What would you like to talk about? Then shut up. Let them talk. Let them tell you what they're interested about talking about. It's